Hey guys, and welcome to the M416N review. The M416N is the second NX version of the M416. This one comes with an integrated ACOG scope, front grip, and a modified muzzle. It has 40 damage, 62 portability, 74 rate of fire, 80 accuracy, 65 recoil. It's fully automatic and it has a default magazine with 30/90 bullets. This weapon, compared to the GP version of it, the normal M416, it has 38 damage, 62 portability, 74 rate of fire, 80 accuracy, 63 recoil. It's also fully auto and it has a default magazine with 30/90 bullets. So the only difference between this weapon and the normal version, it has a bit more recoil and it has a bit more damage. Now let's go on to the recoil test. Now for the recoil test, you can see that this weapon's recoil stays quite stable when you're spraying, but the actual thing with this weapon is when you're scoped in and you try and spray, this weapon is not sprayable. The recoil is really stupid and goes to the sides a bit too much. It's quite hard to handle even when holding it back. It is really piss taking. It requires a lot of skill, or it requires tap firing. So with 40 damage, this weapon's damage lays just on the edge between low and high damage assault rifles. The high damage assault rifles start off about 45 and the low damage ones are 38 plus minus. So 40 is a bit higher than the low damage assault rifles. It's the same as the K2. It's a solid 3-8 kill at close quarter combats, and it's a possible 4-8 kill at medium ranges to a 4 and sometimes a 5-8 kill at long distances. 40 damage is just above the average for the low damage assault rifles, which is the ACR, the KH 2002, and all of those weapons. Well, 62 portability. 62 portability is slightly above the average for some assault rifles. The average lays about 57 to 58, so 62 is a bit of a buff, and it's quite high. I mean, it can be better. The CQB is a lot better than this one, but it's still a really good and solid rushing weapon. 62 portability is more than enough for what you need for rushing or just walking about. Some weapons like the machine guns are just not good for running about with because their portability is just bad. 62 portability is just good. It's nothing special really, but it's still 5 points higher than the average for an assault rifle, which is really good. 74 rate of fire. Well, 74 rate of fire, as we all know, is so flipping average for the assault rifles. About 90% or even more have 74 rate of fire, and as I always say, the rate of fire higher than 74 is not really needed. It's maybe for submachine guns, but assault rifles with 74 rate of fire shoot fast enough, they shoot solid, and the recoil will never be so high that you can't handle it. 74 rate of fire is all that you need, and it's good enough. You don't need anything better in my opinion. Of course, some buffs are better, some weapons perform better with higher rate of fire, but this weapon doesn't. 80 accuracy. Well, 80 accuracy is a bit lower than the average assault rifle. It is still a really good accuracy because 80 is still up to the 100 version. It's not between 50 and 60 or something like that. It's a bit higher, and it is just good for across the map in Oryx, which is the mostly played map. The only thing when it starts to lack in accuracy is when it's across the map in those huge maps like Snow Valley. But if that happens, shooting across the map, it's mostly with a sniper and not with an assault rifle, so that's no problem. 65 recoil. 65 recoil is a bit more than the average for the M416. It is really piss taking, this recoil. I am absolutely not fond of it. The recoil pattern is just really annoying, but the recoil itself is good. So would I recommend this one over the CQB? Well, that fully depends on what your preference are, because I was more fond of this one than CQB because it's not a free aimbot, because it's more powerful and it's more recoil, so it's harder to handle, which I'm fond of. CQB, in my opinion, is a noob gun with free aimbot, it's just OP as shit. So it fully depends on your preference. Do you like no recoil weapons? Do you like weapons with a bit more recoil and a bit more damage? It's your choice. Well, this concludes my review on the M416, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, of course. See you guys later. Bye.